Hey, thanks everybody for joining us. Today we got a new bourbon. We're going to take a look at Woodford Reserve. Woodford Reserve comes out of Versailles, Kentucky. At least that's how I think it's pronounced. Maybe
I think in French that's what they call it.
For sales, maybe.
Yeah, in Kentucky, I think they call it for sales.
So yeah, that's what we're looking at today. You can tell we're kind
so
of partial to it. It's kind of almost empty.
It's not new at all.
I bought that like 3 days ago. No, actually, it's been like a month or two ago, whatever.
Burned through that thing.
My wife's a rager. No, I'm kidding. Anyway, so I had been able to go to the actual tour for Woodford Reserve. I guess that was 2 years ago. We did the bourbon tour. Highly recommend anybody wanting to who's into bourbon giving that a whirl.
Is that tour that you didn't take me on? That's
yeah,
the one.
It's a tour you weren't invited to.
Yeah.
Anyway,
nothing new here.
So it's a really nice distillery. It's in horse country. So of all the distilleries we did do a tour of, I would say this is one of the nicer ones. It's kind of I wouldn't say high class or anything like that, but it's a nice little distillery, and it's right in the middle of horse country. You know, Kentucky with the Derby and stuff. So there's a lot of beautiful multi-million-dollar horse farms that kind of surround the actual distillery in the area. So highly recommend you go visit it. Anyway, this one here comes in at 90.4 proof. And, we looked at Knob Creek. And, I think we did Maker's Mark. Yep. So they're all kind of similar. So let's take a taste.
Both of those are in Kentucky, too,
all
as well.
Three, all these bourbons are in Kentucky.
Kentucky bourbon.
To be a bourbon, it has to come out.
Got to come out. It must be the soil.
It's the water. It's the lime water.
Oh, is that what it is?
Mm-hmm. Ooh, that's kind of good.
That's really good.
I'm getting some vanilla, and
it's very sweet, like some maple syrup.
Yep. I'm picking that up. I'm picking that up. Some sweet spice, maybe a little bit. And
are you getting like a truffle type of taste, or am I nuts?
Yeah, no, I taste a little caramel. And,
yeah. How do they do that? Like, I mean, obviously they're not throwing truffles and maple syrup into the mix, are they?
It's the mash and the way it it ages inside the oak barrels.
You used to make beers.
Mm-hmm.
How did you get it to taste like a pumpkin and stuff?
When I did the beer, you would do the mash, and then you would do it with actual real pumpkin.
That's cool.
I would include the pumpkin in the actual mash.
You know what's weird though is that pumpkin flavor doesn't really taste like a pumpkin.
It doesn't. It doesn't at all. It doesn't at all. Yeah. It's all about the nutmeg, the cinnamon.
Yeah.
That's what gives you your pumpkin flavor.
I think like
allspice.
You see like a pumpkin, you're like, I'm going to go eat that, and then you take a bite of it, and maybe I don't want to eat this.
Yeah, that's all true too. So.
That's good. Woodford's really good. I remember at our wedding, that's what we were taking shots of before I went out and did the deed. Or went out.
Deed.
I mean,
I thought the deed happened after the wedding, late night.
Poor choice of words. I'm talking about when I actually went out there and faced the music.
The music. So something's like take the loosen you up a little bit.
Yeah, my father-in-law now was all like, "Here, take this."
That's right. He had it in the dressing room.
He was like, "Here, take another one. Here, take another shot. Take another shot." He said, "Sit down." He was
giving that to you to make sure you went through with it.
Hey, I was sitting there. I was like, I feel kind of dizzy. I was getting all stressed out. And so he's like, "Here, just sit down. Here, take this."
Pretty much, right?
Yeah.
So that's the bourbon for the day. Pretty good. It's nothing really elaborate to get into with it or anything, but it's really good. I like it. Enjoy it.
I do too. I like those glasses that you got for it too. Very elegant.
Yep. So that's it. Once again, that's a good bourbon to mix with a little bit or drink and eat. You can go anywhere and get Woodford. Whoops.
Woodford.
Yeah, microphone's giving up on me here.
Hey, Jesus Christ.
Giving up on me.
We are having some technical difficulties here.
Yeah, no kidding.
Hey, well, don't worry. We're going to edit all this, the last freaking 5 minutes out.
Not editing anything. This is all part of the show, my friend.
That was the COVID.
Hey, you didn't disclose that before the show.
Jeez. Hey,
dude, I'm having
while
problems.
He's messing around with the teeter-tot over there, I'm going to go ahead and mute him out while I finish business here.
I'm back.
I'm back.
Yeah, it's a cheap stand. So anyway.
And we're back. Dad was having some issues with his microphone.
Technical difficulties with this cheap microphone stand. I think I need to upgrade.
We're both too cheap.
too cheap.
Here's the real story behind that is that he doesn't want to get the clamp on once to put on his Amish table he's got.
That's right. I don't want anybody damaging my Amish table.
The Amish actually built it, didn't they?
Yep.
Or, hey, handcrafted,
actually,
6 months.
Actually, it's a real Jack Daniels table.
That's awesome.
Well, Jack Daniels barrel.
Barrel.
They made it into a table, right?
So it actually had the whiskey and stuff all cooking in it.
Cooking. What are we making meth here? Or are we talking about bourbon here?
Look,
Cooking.
I'm the cook.
Cooking.
Okay, Jesse.
You know, you're watching too much Breaking Bad. I think
That's true.
He's doing the run of the Breaking Bad. Does everybody watch that? That's like a marathon watch.
Everybody that's listening or watching this has probably seen Breaking Bad except for me, and I'm the last season. The last season has 16 episodes in it.
Yep.
I mean, maybe I'm ignorant to TV shows, but that seems like a lot for a season. I was thinking there was going to be like 6, like there was with Game of Thrones or something.
Mm-hmm.
It's been pretty interesting. That's an interesting show.
It is. It actually was really good.
Really
I enjoyed it. A little rough.
Walter's starting to turn into I mean, he always was kind of a little off, but I liked his character. I mean, he's really going off the rails now.
Yep.
Going off the wall. No pun intended.
Hey, off the wall.
That's pretty much us in a nutshell. Just going
Have
on.
a swig of bourbon.
Okay, swig. Some people don't like this freaking junk, and I was one of them at one point in time.
It's an acquired taste. Hey, I want to challenge anybody out there, even your beer. So beer's acquired taste. So there's not one person out there I ever known that's like, you turn 21. Well, if you waited that long, most guys probably don't wait to 21 to have a beer. Yeah.
Unless you're a
square. I know I did. Anyway.
Yeah, I didn't either. I mean, I didn't drink much. But
your first beer, like when you were little and your dad gave you like a drink of beer, in that case being me, it tasted terrible.
It tastes like shit.
It tasted terrible. There's nobody like, oh, can I have another one of those?
Yeah.
It just didn't taste good.
It was all cause and effect. You wanted to drink it to get the effect.
Right. So it's kind of like that with bourbon. It's acquired taste. It's like most people start drinking wine. Everybody likes to do the sweet route. Their sweet wines and stuff. And me and my wife, we did sweet wines, and we're like, oh man, I can't drink much more of the sweet stuff. So then we got into the reds, and then the reds are a little bit more complexity with the flavors and stuff, and that's kind of where we settled out at, is the reds. But it's kind of like that with bourbon and beer. It's acquired taste over time, and then you start to appreciate. Hey, here's the thing: if you start drinking the good stuff, then the stuff that's a little bit cheaper. Then you start being kind of snobby, and then you don't really want to drink the low end stuff.
Well, it's kind of like when you get a nicer car. If you ever get a nicer car, which took both of us 100 years to get the nicer car.
Right. But it's the same thing, sort of. I mean, there's nothing like this. There's nothing wrong with Woodford or any of that. It's good. I mean, it's in my bar right now. I keep it. It's good. A staple in my bar.
That's a go-to drink for sure.
I keep it. I keep Makers, I keep Jack, I keep Woodford, I keep Knob Creek. All those are staples in my bar. People come over, they have a preference with their bourbon. So,
there's a significant difference between I wouldn't say this is quite top shelf. Probably would be considered top shelf if you went to like a restaurant or something though. Because they'll have their barrel drinks, which are, you can tell a big difference if you get like a
well drink type thing? They're well drinks?
The freaking junk drinks.
Yeah, it's the well drinks. They always give you
the headache,
crap.
The junk.
It's just like that. We went to that resort, and where was that at?
Kentucky? No. Or was it Wisconsin?
No. It wasn't, gosh, man, what is that island that's split in two? It's got Haiti on one side, Punta Cana. So we went to a resort in Punta Cana, and they had two sides. So one side was a little bit cheaper, and that's where the family and kids went. And then they had the adult side, which was, a little bit more private or whatever. But it was kind of mean because we got used to drinking the drinks on the adult side, and it wasn't top shelf, but it was like, your bourbons were known bourbons. And,
right.
And your wines were a little bit better, and then your vodkas were like Absolute or Grey Goose. And then you went over to the other side, which I felt kind of bad as we went over there for dinner one night. And they were serving up stuff I'd never even heard before. It was
Grandpa's cough medicine.
It wasn't too good, So
hey, let's go back. Remember when back in the day, it was like the 80s types of movies, the parents in those movies? There was always either the fun parent that was going out getting drunk with the kids, or there was the stiff
Going out and getting drunk with the kids, huh?
Hey, or there was the stiff parent, which usually was always the stiff. The dad always had that radio voice. Well, son, you know you shouldn't be doing any of that. And the mom was always like, I can't believe you're disappointing this family like this.
Sort of like Risky Business.
Risky business.
I'm so disappointed.
How could you do this? Selena, come on back inside. It's 8:00.
What was Tom Cruise's name in Risky Business?
I don't know.
Joel
from Risky Business. Wait a minute. Was that Risky Business when he all slides in there with his freaking underwear on?
Yeah, that's when he goes across the hardwood floors with the shit stains.
The shit stains.
So,
who's been watching Cobra Kai? I have not.
We talked about this in the first episode, didn't we?
A little bit. We talked about Robert De Niro's arm being the Cobra Kai.
That was that part's true. Yeah, we talked about. I guess we touched on it a little bit. So, did you finish the season? I don't know how many seasons there have been. I've seen. Is there 2 or 3?
No, it's more than that. I think they have a third one now.
Is it really?
It came out in January.
I've seen the last one. So I seen the last year. So I guess I missed the first season then if there's 3. Because I've seen the one that just came out and then last year's.
I believe there's 3.
Okay.
Just now released the third one.
Oh, I just seen it all.
And I have not seen it. But Kate, when it first came out in January, it kind of left us off because we're like, all right, which one are we doing? 3 seasons, yeah.
Okay. I missed the first season then.
You got to watch the first one. That's the bread and butter.
I think maybe last year I watched both of them. I don't remember.
Probably did. When it first came out, it was YouTube exclusive.
It was probably a blend I seen.
Yeah. Now they got the third season out. So anyways, the Karate Kid, the first one.
Karate dork.
There are some, I think it's one of those movies, there's nobody really in the middle with the Karate Kid. They either like it or they don't. There's not too many people that go, I mean, it's all right. I'll watch it every once in a while.
It's okay. It's good. You know, like I said, it's nostalgic. I grew up with the Karate Kid. It's fun to see the same actors grown. They come back. They do their little acting. It's a little,
they twisted it up a little bit.
It's a little corn. It's a lot of corn.
It's always been corn.
But it's like gotten.
We're supposed to believe that Daniel Russo was the one who came out on top. Like, the other kid, Johnny's parents were all rich and stuff, and Daniel was always crybaby and making excuses about everything through all the movies. I can't do it. This is bullcrap. Blah, 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 blah. And also now he's some successful guy.
Let me be politically correct here, so I don't say anything how Daniel was back in the day.
Let's be politically correct,
dude. Hey, he's. I was going to go further than that. He was such a spaz, though, dude. The dude was a major spaz.
I like how they twisted Cobra Kai, how Daniel's son was the bad guy. And back then, if you look at it, Johnny had a girlfriend. That girl was his girlfriend. He's like, come on, I just want to talk. And Daniel kept going, going in there with this.
What about when they were kicking a soccer ball on the beach? He's like this.
And he kept staring at her.
He's like this.
Grief.
Looking at her.
Yeah, when he's all hitting it off his knees, like. And she's staring at him like
he looks it was so goofy. I don't know.
It was weird. And he did have that like creeper, I'm going to throw you in the back of my trunk kind of expression on his face.
He's all driving around on his little Huffy bike back then.
Remember when he takes the radio? He's like, I want to talk. She's like, I don't want to talk right now. And he takes that radio. Johnny does, and he throws it in the sand. And Daniel's simp ass walks over there and he grabs. He's all, and next thing you know, he's getting pushed to the ground. And then Johnny's like, I didn't do anything. And Daniel keeps trying to take a swing at him. You remember that?
Oh, yeah.
And he trips him. And she's like, stop it. He's like, I'm not doing anything. Next thing you know, Daniel gets up and clocks him. Or no, Johnny goes to pick him up and he stiffs him. He's like, all right, no mercy. Beats his ass. Next thing you know, Daniel's laying in the sand.
Yeah, it was the whole movie, wasn't it? He's always getting beat up.
He was always doing something stupid, though.
The stupidest scene for me that it just burns in my mind is when he's at the karate championship and he does that crane kick. I'm sorry, but that is
illegal kick.
Hey, and you're gonna have to flip a video up of this one. He does that, and he looks like a complete.
He looks like.
Anyway, he does that kick. It's just like, that was so stupid.
Oh, yeah. And Johnny, who's supposed to be this badass fighter, is all like, standing there, like, waiting. And meanwhile, Daniel-san is doing that.
Yeah, I know, right?
And like, and Johnny, you would think would go like, why is he doing that? Oh, wait, I think I'll just walk right into it, get kicked right in the face by Daniel's size 8 foot.
What was Tommy over there and saying? He was like, get him a body bag!
Get him a body bag! Yeah! All right.
Hey,
And then
what about?
Well, you're talking about Mr. Miyagi goes back there and gives him a hand job.
Here's Mr. Miyagi. All of a sudden, you see his hand slip up his pants. All of a sudden, Daniel's jumped up off the table and he comes scooting out.
Daniel-san's got the expression on his face like,
He comes zipping out from the back room. The second one, he did the same thing. He goes, Mr. Miyagi, can't you do that thing you did that one time?
Yeah, he probably. I'm feeling very frustrated right now, Mr. Miyagi. Do you think you could do that thing? What do you mean? This?
Yeah, so we'll just go, Mr. Miyagi, I got a problem. Tell me what's wrong, Daniel-san. It won't work. What do I do? Come here, Daniel-san. I heat it up.
Daniel-san, remember, wax me on, wax me off. I mean, wax on, wax off.
Daniel-san, wax on, wax off.
Remember, shave the leg. Okay. Scrub the ass.
Wax on. Paint up. Stroke up, down.
No, remember when he was making those little bonsai trees? Come in here, Daniel-san. He's like, so what do I do with them? Yeah. It gives him that little tool.
Pretend is my bush trim. Come trim my Miyagi tree. Daniel-san, Bonsai! All right. Bonsai, Daniel.
Oh, Daniel-san.
Trim my bonsai.
Look in the eye. Look in brown eye.
Look at eyes, you trim bush.
Look into my eyes, Daniel-san. Look, he's all, psh. Look into my eyes.
Daniel-san, close eyes. Picture Miyagi naked. Picture Miyagi naked. Pretend. Daniel-san. Pretend. Close eye. Miyagi naked. Trim. Tree around bush.
Oh, Daniel-san.
Oh, God.
Drop Miyagi gi, Daniel-san. Oh, Miss Miyagi, she doesn't want to talk to me anymore. Hey, you don't need her. You need Miyagi. At the end of The Karate Kid, part 1, whenever he gets his leg busted again, he gets his leg elbowed again, his bad leg. It shows Mr. Miyagi all looking at him in disgust. Just think if he all of a sudden he turned away, just walked out.
Walked out of there. Daniel, I can't work with you anymore.
Oh, you are a loser, Daniel.
Yeah, that's why that scene where Mr. Miyagi beats him up, and the next scene they glitch over, and he's in that little pedophile shack he's got over there in the back of the building. There, next thing you know, he's all swabbing him out with some hot elixir he's dipping in this little thing. But what really happened was he gave him the date rape drug. And Daniel wakes up in there, and you don't even know what's going on by then. He's all sweating, laying there. Mr. Miyagi hit his way with him, you know.
Daniel's laying in his dojo. He's all.
He goes, Mr. Miyagi, my back hurts. No, pay attention, Daniel.
Daniel,
I don't weigh that much.
you ate too much wasabi last night. Believe me, Daniel-san. Your ass hurts for only one reason. Your diet. Oh, Goodfellas.
Hey, all right, good fellas.
That movie, amazing movie.
Tommy,
they're gonna make
they made you. Everything's gonna be beautiful. Everything's gonna be wonderful. Oh, he fucking made him.
He's
don't working for this guy one day.
Don't.
That was when he got
Tommy,
fucking.
they made you Tommy.
Tommy.
They're gonna fucking make him.
They made them. They made you play that shit.
They made them. They put them together.
Paulie opened up the books.
They made them. Margarine and biscuit sauce.
Paulie opened up the books to get them murdered. I mean,
yeah, no shit. That's pretty much what it was. And then remember when Robert De Niro is incapable of crying in a movie? Whenever he, yeah, that's what he's all. Like, what are you even doing? He tries to put a little effect into it, smacks the freaking telephone. He's like, what do you mean? Hey, he's gone. Ain't nothing we can do about it. What do you mean he's gone? Come on, Jimmy. What are you, stupid? He's gone. Jimmy. He's gone. Whoa, what do you mean? Jimmy, Jesus Christ, he's gone.
He's gone. There's nothing we could do about it.
He's all pink, 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 pink. Henry acted like somebody just told him that his fucking drink spilled over on the table. They're like, he whacked him. He fucking whacked him. He's all like this. Oh, fuck. Like, oh, man. Whoa. God, I forgot the freaking lemons at the grocery store. Oh.
Yeah, he was really affected.
Yeah, he was just like, are you okay, Jimmy? I mean.
Hey, what about the scene with, that was right before that when they were in Maury's wig shop. And they go in there, he goes, come on, Maury, give him his money. It's Jimmy, give him his money.
He paid.
What am I, fucking incontrovertible fucking idiot to pay 3 points out of Vic?
I never would have agreed to pay.
I never would have. What am I fucking? It's Jimmy. Give him his money. Give him his money.
Smucking wheels.
What am I, smucking wheels? Next thing, Jimmy's back there. He's got a
fucking
fucking telephone cord around his neck.
Yeah.
Then Henry's like this.
Because Jimmy's watching his commercial and then he's all steaming up because he's got money for that. Remember, he's like, look, I gave him the money. You're a good boy, Henry. But Jimmy, he's an unconscionable ball breaker. Look, he wants his money. Fuck him. Fuck him in the air. Fuck him in the air. Yeah, son of a bitch. He all walks back. He's like, you got money for these freaking commercials? You got my money. He's all stringing him with that
telephone line. Yeah. There's a telephone line.
Henry starts dying laughing when he sees it.
Maury's wig's all twisted up on the top.
Yeah, Maury's wig's like, half over his head.
And that was funny.
And then he's silent. Both of them get quiet for when Karen calls. He's like, hang on a second. He goes, Karen? What?
He goes, you got it, kid. You got it.
Yeah, he's like, you got it, kid. How's your mother, Jimmy? Hey, you got it. Remember when they just they made the biggest heist of their lives?
Oh, the heist.
Henry's in the shower freaking spanking the wall.
You son of a bitches.
Jimmy, you son of a bitch. When Robert De Niro, like he's going to hug somebody, he's got his arms out like he's a freaking robot. Like he has no joints. He's all like this.
He's like,
come here.
He's like,
come here. Come here. Everyone goes in. He's like, see that car? I don't remember. He's like, it's a coupe. I love that car.
Cadillac.
He's like, what are you doing? What's the matter?
What did I tell you?
What?
What did I tell you?
It's a wedding gift from me. I just got married. Jimmy.
What did I tell you?
Gift from my mother. Why did I told you not to get anything big? Did I tell you not to buy anything? What's the matter?
I'm sorry.
Fuck is the matter?
It's a wedding gift. We just got married.
And the music's all do 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 do. It all gets all turned down.
Y'all see,
it's all silent.
Y'all see Tommy and Stacks and all them back to looking.
Yeah, they're all eyeing him up. Yeah, you fat fuck.
Stacks.
She's like, I love that car. I'm sorry. And then next thing you know, Mr. Mosh walks in. Hello there. He's like, I don't believe this. You come in, you got an $800 mink on you, freaking Jay. He all whips it off. She's like, what are you doing, Jimmy? He's all shaking her around, taking that jacket off of her.
He goes, get it? Get out of here.
All,
and she's all, what about me? He goes, he's all, man, he pushed her out. He goes,
I don't care when you got to get it out of here.
Misha Mosh fucking bad.
Meanwhile, Jimmy takes him in the back room. Just a little taste. Hey, didn't I tell you not to buy anything big? Oh, wait a minute. I got $1 million in the freaking back seat.
Yeah.
Look at this.
He
just
goes,
a little something.
He goes, a little something. Now do the right thing. Don't be stupid. Karen, I got the biggest tree they had.
Karen, he's like, got the most expensive tree they had. Burned all of his money, living in that Cracker Jack box.
One of those white silver trees. What about when he took more when he got out of jail and he took more than his wife?
Oh, yeah.
He goes, look, it's Italian. Now, look at the wall. She's got this big remote that's the size of a suitcase. She's all, and the little thing opens up, the little brick slides open. There's like 2 bottles of liquor in a glass.
Isn't this amazing? You know the switches that you would hit at like a machinery where it has like the actual click over.
Now come in here and look. I got this and I got that.
Jimmy, can I talk to you now? Jimmy, he's like, you going to stop? You going to keep breaking my balls? Fine, we'll talk. And then remember they're having the little card game or whatever.
The corkscrew job.
Remember that thing they talked about it? Forget about it.
Forget about it.
That was a weight off my shoulders. Next thing you know, hey, can I talk to you now, Jimmy? Jimmy, can I talk to you now?
Yeah, right.
Wow, you're never going to stop breaking my balls, are you? Hey, who am I? Who would I be if I wasn't breaking your balls? Yeah. They get in the car. All right, where are we going? Hey, let's go down to the diner. Had to get good Danish there. Jimmy gets in the car and literally jumps back out. Mr. Masha, he's all, he starts it up.
He goes, what are you doing?
He's like, come on, get out of here. I got to warm up a little bit. Get the fuck out of here. Warm up.
Let her warm up.
Got a little warm up a little bit.
Warm up. Misha, Masha, Moshe, Misha.
Remember him from Wedding Singer?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I did some of my nipples.
Yeah.
I don't know what it was. She did something. Gets enough.
Me and your sister, we used to be wild. You know, but not so much anymore. But she used to, well, I guess what she does now. She still does this little thing with my nipples. All right, enough. I'll go. All right, go have fun.
Everybody, thanks for joining us today. We'll see you next week.
Yeah, we'll see you next week. Maybe.